Okay, welcome children to the fifth video session on the chapter Human Reproduction. Today we are going to discuss menstrual cycle. Okay, so menstrual cycle, there are four phases. Number one, menstrual phase or menstruation, which lasts from first day to the fifth day of the cycle. Second phase, follicular phase or proliferative phase, it lasts from 6th day to 13th day. Then third ovulatory phase is the middle of the cycle, that is 14th day. Now in some books you will find follicular phase and ovulatory phase, they are clubbed. In fact, ovulatory phase or ovulation, it is mentioned at the end of follicular phase. Okay, so that hardly matters whether you write 4 phases or 3 phases. If you are asked 3 phases, you just write menstrual phase, follicular phase and luteal phase and make a mention of ovulatory phase or ovulation at the end of follicular phase. Okay. So now, so therefore what happened, and the fourth phase is the luteal phase or secretory phase. It lasts from 15 to 28 day. 28 day is the last day of the cycle. So a menstrual cycle, it comprises of 28 days. First to fifth menstrual phase, then 6th to 13th follicular phase, 14th is the ovulatory phase, and 15 to 28 is the luteal or secretory phase. Okay, so here you can find, you see a diagram in which you find that how the level of gonadotropin, okay, releasing hormones, that is LH and FSH, okay, how their level changes during the entire cycle, that is from 1st to 28th day. Then the ovarian hormones, that is estrogen and progesterone, okay, how their level changes and how these hormones in turn affect the process of development of Graafian follicle from primary follicle. I told you before that primary follicles are laid down at the time of fetal development within the female ovary, and the primary oocyte within the primary follicle, it enters meiosis 1 but gets arrested at prophase 1, packet-in stage of prophase 1, it lies as such. Okay, then from birth to puberty. Okay, and after puberty what happens, every month one primary follicle matures into a Graafian follicle after attainment of puberty. So at the puberty it starts, that means one primary follicle will ultimately form a Graafian follicle. Okay, every month. Okay, so 60,000 to 80,000 primary follicles are present at the time of birth. Okay, and rest of them degenerate. Then this shows the endometrium. This is the endometrium layer. Okay, the wall of the uterus. Mainly it is specifically this is endometrium. So how the wall of the endometrium, it keeps on changing. The changes that occurs in the endometrium during menstrual cycle. So that is shown. This, the black, you can see this is the bleeding. It shows the menstrual bleeding. So now you come to the details. Menstrual phase, the production of LH, luteinizing hormone, is considerably reduced. Okay, during menstrual phase what happens? LH secretion is reduced. Okay, it goes down. This results, here you can see LH. Okay, so this is menstruation, so LH, you can, this is the LH secretion goes down. Okay, so it is, here it is very high. Okay, at the middle of the cycle almost, but here it is very less. So the production of LH is considerably reduced. This results in degeneration of the corpus luteum, and therefore progesterone production is reduced. So corpus luteum degenerates and progesterone production is reduced. Production of estrogen is also reduced. Okay, hence the endometrium of the uterus and its blood vessels break down and comes out in the form of liquid through the vagina along with unfertilized ovum. This is called menstruation. So here you can see that level of LH and FSH is very low, and similarly estrogen and progesterone both are low. Okay, therefore what happens, this is the wall endometrium of the uterus. The endometrium cannot be maintained because progesterone here, corpus luteum, it degenerates. This is corpus luteum, it has degenerated, okay, by the end of the cycle. So what happens, the endometrium, it breaks down and bleeding takes place. The endometrium becomes thinner. You can see it is thinner. Fifth day, see, thinnest. Okay, fifth day you can see it is the thinnest, and here you can see by this time 24th day is the thickest. Then again it starts degenerating. It grows here from 5th to around 24th, 25th day. It is gradually growing, okay, thickening. So it becomes thicker and thicker and thicker, and more blood capillaries are formed, okay. But then what happens, as the corpus luteum starts degenerating in the absence of fertilization, then it starts breaking down. So this is the first day again. This is the second cycle starts. This is the first day of the second, that is the second cycle. The first cycle, second cycle. Okay. So then comes the follicular phase. Follicular phase, estrogen secreted by ovarian follicles under the influence of the follicle stimulating hormone. That means the follicle stimulating FSH, okay, it controls the development of the primary follicle into Graafian follicle. So estrogens secreted by ovarian follicles, that's estrogen or oestrogen, okay, follicles under the influence of the follicle stimulating hormone. So FSH, it is secreted by which one? FSH is secreted by pituitary. Okay, this is the pituitary. This is the gonadotropin. And FSH and LH, they are secreted under the influence of GnRH. They are secreted under the influence of GnRH from which gland? Hypothalamus. So then pituitary. Pituitary releases FSH and LH. FSH acts on the granulosa cells of the follicles and estrogen is released. Estrogen, then it influences the development of primary follicle into primary follicle into Graafian follicle. Okay. So production of estrogen is also released. This one is done. Estrogen secreted by ovarian follicles under the influence of the follicle stimulating hormone FSH stimulates the primary follicles in the ovary to grow into fully mature Graafian follicles. Okay. Now estrogen also stimulates the proliferation of the endometrium. Proliferation means it is the thickening of the endometrium. The endometrium proliferates, that means it grows. Okay. So estrogen also stimulates the proliferation of the endometrium of the uterine wall. So what happens? The endometrium becomes thicker and regenerates since it had broken down, okay, in the absence of fertilization. Now it starts regenerating itself, okay. It starts regenerating itself. So functions of the estrogen, number one, two functions you have to remember of estrogen. Number one, the primary follicle into Graafian follicle. It stimulates the development of primary follicle into Graafian follicle. First function of estrogen. Second, proliferation of the endometrium such that it becomes thicker and it regenerates itself. Okay. Then the next is the ovulatory phase. Now what happens when a mature Graafian follicle is completely formed? Then within the Graafian follicle, this is the secondary oocyte. In the secondary oocyte, it develops a zona pellucida and the development is completed. Thereafter what happens? The Graafian follicle, it bursts and the ovum comes out. Okay. So here what happens? So the next, that is it happens on the 14th day. Generally on 14th day the ovum comes out of the Graafian follicle. So ovulatory phase, that is it occurs on 14th day as the middle of the cycle. Secretion of LH and FSH increases. Okay, secretion, you can see LH and FSH. Okay, it increases. Secretion of LH and FSH, it increases. But LH, what happens? It abruptly increases in the middle of the cycle. The secretion of LH is very rapid. Okay, abrupt increase. So FSH, so secretion of LH and FSH increases gradually during the follicular phase and attain a peak level in the middle of the cycle, that is 14th day. So on 14th day they attain a peak level. However, rapid secretion of LH, there is an abrupt increase in the secretion of LH in the middle of the cycle, leading to its maximum level during the middle of the cycle, and this is known as LH surge. Okay, this is a rapid increase in the concentration or secretion of LH in the middle of the cycle, that is generally by 13th to 14th day. It induces rupture. It induces rupture, that is bursting of the Graafian follicle. So the cause of ovulation is what? Rapid increase in the secretion of LH. It is the cause of rupture or bursting of Graafian follicle and release of ovum, that is ovulation, and thereby the release of ovum. So it induces rapid secretion of LH in the middle of the cycle, known as LH surge, induces rupture of Graafian follicle and thereby release of ovum. This is called ovulation. Okay, so now see the structure of the ovum. Okay, so structure of the ovum, this is this one is the secondary oocyte. Okay, and this is the nucleus. Now here what happens? Meiosis 2. Meiosis 2 has set in and it is arrested at metaphase. At the time of ovulation, it is arrested at metaphase 2. Okay, so the secondary oocyte has started meiosis 2, but it has got arrested. It is arrested at metaphase 2. So this is secondary oocyte. This is the first polar body. Okay, then this is the plasma membrane. We also call it as the vitelline membrane. So this is the plasma membrane of the cell, that is secondary oocyte क्या है? Cell है, ठीक है? Secondary oocyte is a cell. So obviously it has got a plasma membrane. This is also known as the vitelline membrane. This is known as the vitelline membrane. Then there is a gap. Okay. So the secondary oocyte, it secretes a wall around itself, non-cellular. Zona pellucida is non-cellular. There are no cells. Okay, here. So this is zona pellucida. Between these two, plasma membrane and the zona pellucida, there is a space which is known as the perivitelline space. Okay, and outside this you can see these are the granulosa cells of the Graafian follicle. Okay, the Graafian follicle, it is surrounded by these cells. These are granulosa cells. Okay, so what happens when the ovum comes out? Okay, the ovum is released with a very high force. Okay, so it is ejected almost with a great force. Okay, and therefore what happens? The zona pellucida cells, the granulosa cells, they get elongated or they are deformed. The granulosa cells, they are deformed and somehow elongated. So this structure is, so you can see these are the actually granulosa cells. Now they are deformed because of very high force caused during ejection or release of the ovum from the Graafian follicle So they become irregularly shaped and somehow elongated. So this layer of cells, we call it as corona radiata. Okay, this is corona radiata. These are the sperms. So if the sperm, so many sperms move towards the ovum, but ultimately only one sperm fuses. Okay, and if it fuses, then what happens? The secondary oocyte meiosis is completed and ooted, and the second polar body is formed. Okay, so next is now after ovulation what happens? Luteal phase. The third phase is the luteal phase, or you can say fourth phase also. After ovulation, that is release of ovum from Graafian follicle, the remaining parts of the Graafian follicle, okay, it is like this. Here is the secondary oocyte and it is the fluid filled cavity. So these are the granulosa cells. These are all granulosa cells. So what happens? The ovum comes out along with the ovum. So this is ejected. Along with the ovum, some granulosa cells also come out, but rest of the granulosa cells and this liquid, that is the liquor folliculi, it remains behind in the ovary. So what happens? The remaining, the Graafian follicle. So release of ovum from Graafian follicle. After the release of ovum from the Graafian follicle, the remaining part of the Graafian follicle, that is granulosa cells and the liquid etc., forms corpus luteum. What do they form? They form a structure, mass of cells, yellow colored conical cells. Okay, mass of yellow colored conical cells known as corpus luteum. Corpus luteum secretes large amount of the hormone progesterone. Okay, so corpus luteum mainly secretes progesterone, but initially some estrogen is also there. Okay, since it takes little time. Okay, so now progesterone is essential for maintenance of the endometrium. So under the influence of progesterone, the uterus, so here what happens? Corpus luteum is getting formed, ovulation takes place and corpus luteum formation starts. So a little bit of estrogen is also there, but gradually it declines. The synthesis declines and progesterone secretion increases. So under the influence of progesterone, what happens? The uterine endometrium, it further thickens. It thickens further, or mota ho raha hai, thickens further. Okay. So, and it is required for maintenance of the endometrium. Such an endometrium is necessary for implantation of the fertilized ovum. So, when if the ovum is fertilized, then it forms a blastocyst and it attaches with the endometrium of the uterus. Okay, so that you know, and that is what is establishment of pregnancy and other events of pregnancy. So progesterone is required for number 1, maintenance of endometrium, number 2, implantation, and number 3, other events, whatever the other events are required, that for events of pregnancy. So in the absence of fertilization, however, if fertilization does not take place, corpus luteum degenerates, it breaks down. Okay, corpus luteum, in the absence of fertilization, see, degenerates. Okay, this is a huge, large, and here if fertilization has not taken place, so corpus luteum gradually it degenerates. Okay, and this causes breakdown of the endometrium. So the endometrium, now it cannot be maintained, it again breaks down and bleeding starts. So the tissue of the endometrium along with blood from these capillaries and the unfertilized ovum, it comes out in the form of a bleeding through the vagina, which we call as the menstruation. So this causes breakdown of the endometrium leading to menstruation. Okay. Now during pregnancy, However, if pregnancy has taken place, okay, then what happens? All the events of menstrual cycle stops and menstruation does not occur. Remember, during pregnancy, for the entire period of pregnancy, menstruation does not occur. However, sometimes due to several factors, okay, sometimes a bit of bleeding may take place, but that is not normal. Okay, that is not normal. Okay, if a woman faces such a situation, she should immediately consult a doctor, because menstruation must not occur, or any kind of bleeding must not occur during pregnancy. Okay, so thank you. Okay, and in the next session we will discuss about fertilization and development of the fetus. Okay, that is embryogenesis. In the next session we will discuss that. Okay, thank you. So wait for the 6th video.